For years, women have been told you cannot have it all. They say if you have a successful career, your marriage will suffer. If you're an amazing mother, you're definitely gonna lose yourself. If you invest in your appearance, you're probably neglecting something more important. If you chase your dreams, you're selfish. But what if that's the biggest lie women have been sold? What if the real problem isn't that we can't have it all? What if we simply have never been taught a life where every single part of us works together instead of competing with each other for survival? Because I'm not interested in choosing between being an intentional partner, being an amazing mom, being an effective leader, an intentional friend, and a woman who knows how to look and feel her best. I refuse to believe those identities are enemies. So today, let's talk about what it really looks like to build a life where you don't have to let one part of your life suffer just to make room for another. Stay tuned. And ladies, you must by all means develop a strong opinion of yourself so you don't end up internalizing the beliefs others have of you. No one in this world is going to know you as much as you know yourself. So don't let anyone define who you are. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Elevate with Mama Kesh, a space where style, story and soul come together to help you elevate into the person you are becoming. If you are new here, welcome. I am Mama Kesh, your host, a stylist, storyteller and soul thinker, taking you through this journey of returning to self. If you haven't subscribed yet, please remember to hit the subscribe button. I want you to picture your life in 4 buckets. Bucket 1, your companionship. Your marriage, your relationship, the woman who shows up in that relationship. Bucket 2, motherhood, however that looks like for you. Raising kids, nurturing kids, being a mentor to kids, or just being there for the people that call you mama. Bucket 3, your career, your ambition, your goals, your contribution to the world outside of your home. And bucket 4, the stylish woman you are, the woman who cares about how she presents herself, the woman who understands that how she looks is part of how she communicates. Now, I have a question for you. Which bucket have you stopped filling? Be honest, because most women I see are running on 3 or even 2 buckets, with the myself bucket running very low and dusty. But let me tell you this. You do not have 4 separate lives. You have one life with different rooms. You cannot be fully present in a marriage or a relationship if you feel invisible. You cannot lead at work if you feel inadequate. And you cannot mother from abundance if your own tank is empty. The stylish woman you are, she's not luxury. She's a power source. And today, we're going to talk about why every single bucket needs to be fueled. Keep watching. You have to choose. Choose between having a successful career or being a present mother. Choose between building a beautiful marriage or investing in yourself. Choose between showing up for your friends or chasing your dreams. Choose between intentionally raising your children or building an appearance that really communicates yourself. And somewhere along the line, some of us accepted that every yes to one portion of our lives became a hard no to another portion. I don't believe that. And I want to tell you something different today. You can have a thriving marriage, raise your kids intentionally, build a career you are proud of, nurture meaningful friendships, and yes, you can still be the woman who walks into rooms feeling beautiful, confident, and completely herself, deeply rooted in her authentic personal style. Would every season look perfectly balanced? No. Some seasons will require you to pour into one bucket more than you pour into the other. And sometimes you would be rebuilding yourself after motherhood. That's life. But this is something you need to understand. Shifting your priorities for different seasons of your life should never be the same as completely abandoning buckets of your life. Balance. You were never designed to disappear just because your responsibilities grew. The goal isn't perfection. It's integration and balance. It is creating a life where every single role you play is an expression of the woman you are becoming, not competing versions of herself. When you stop thinking that the only way out is by sacrificing some buckets of your life, that is where something incredible happens. You don't just survive your own life, you begin to truly live it. Now, you might ask me, Mama Kesh, how do I actually find that balance? And because I'm not just here to tell you what is broken, but to actually tell you how to fix it, now I'm going to give you some practical steps to help you find that balance. And keep watching, because tip number 4 is actually my favorite, and that was what transformed my entire life. Balance doesn't mean equal time. It means intentional presence in each bucket. And part of that presence is how you show up visually in each space. So bucket number 1, companionship. You do not need a separate wardrobe for every single date night. What you truly need is a formula that works for you every single time. The same formula he saw and fell in love with. That formula might have evolved, and that's fine. A dress that fits your current silhouette. A fragrance that makes you slow down and be in your presence when you put it on. A pair of shoes that truly dress your feet properly. Whatever your dress formula is, make sure it ticks those 3 buckets. And when you put the feet together, get dressed intentionally in the moments that matter. Don't rush. Take the time for yourself. And remember, the most stylish women in your companionships or relationships always continue to dress like she still wants to be desired, not just needed, but desired. There's a difference. Bucket number 2, motherhood. Now, this bucket, I like to get very practical. You do not have to look like a supermodel at your school runs. That's not where I'm heading. But you also don't need to look like your life is falling apart and you have surrendered. The most stylish mothers always have a uniform that works for them every single time they pull it out. Not a boring one, an intentional one, an elevated pair of jeans, a knit that works perfectly well with your silhouette, a pair of earrings that says, I haven't forgotten who I am, your favorite sneakers, a ready to get out the door wig. Yes, every single mother needs one. And if you're natural, make sure you have that edge control that always slicks things down. A few minutes, that's really just the difference between I am just a mom and I am a woman who happens to also be a mom. Give yourself the time. And sweetheart, your kids know the difference. They watch how you treat yourself. You might think they do not notice, but trust me, they notice every detail. You want to always be the mom who was always cool with her fits. It goes a long way to teaching your kids how to treat their future partners and themselves. Tip for bucket 3, career. You know what power dressing actually looks like? It's really not shoulder pads or intimidating blazers or heels. It's consistency. It's knowing your silhouette and dressing rightly for it every single time. It's understanding that your voice echoes further when your presentation matches your capabilities and your credibility. The most stylish women at work never dress to distract. They dress to be registered, to be remembered, to be the person they think of when an opportunity opens through the door. And yes, a practical tip. Always create a work capsule. 5 to 7 things that work fully for you every single time you put them together. Mix and match so that way you never stare confused at your closet at 6 a.m. when you're trying to get through the door. Take your time and build those looks beforehand. Bucket number 4, the woman herself. This is where my favorite tip lies. This one is the most skipped bucket because it might feel selfish, but this is the bucket that feeds the other 3 buckets. The woman herself needs pieces in her closet that exist there for no other reason than the joy it brings to her being herself. Pieces that reflect you as a person. A lipstick, a wig, a dress, a pair of shoes that you put on for nobody else but yourself. I'll tell you a funny story. The type of shoes I'm wearing right now are some pointy mules. And I remember when I got my very first pair of this, and my husband looked at me and he was like, what are those now? And I laughed. I just told him, well, every time I put on shoes like this, I am actually a shoe lover. That's one thing. But I have this very affectionate love for pointed mules. I always just feel some kind of added elevation and power every time I put them on. And to be honest, I bought the shoes for myself. These are the one style of shoes that exist in my closet that I do not care what anyone else thinks about them. I love them and they'll stay. So what is your herself piece? So find the things that make you feel like yourself, the things that speak to you, things that add volume to your personality and your authentic self, and shut the door out for everything everyone else has to say. As long as you feel good in them, that's all that matters. So bucket number 4, if you fuel her, she would fuel all the other buckets. You cannot pour out of an empty cup. As usual, we're going to take a case study and prove that some of the things we talk about here are actually doable. Because I know some of you are sitting there behind the screen now asking yourself, well, Mama Kesh, all of this sounds beautiful, but can a real woman actually pull this off? Yes. Michelle Obama. Let's walk through her 4 buckets. Married to President Barack Obama for over 40 years, Michelle has raised 2 incredible daughters in the most scrutinized house on the earth. And you never once saw her shrink to just be the wife or the first lady. She always found the right balance between being a wife to Barack, but also being the lovely woman he fell head over heels in love with. Motherhood. Raising 2 daughters in the White House is no cake. The first Black couple in the White House. Let that sink in. She was judged on every single thing. Even how she chose to raise her kids made headlines. But both of her daughters came out successfully grounded, well-educated, and poised. She never sacrificed motherhood for the platform of First Lady. She made that platform a whole extension of her mothering skills. She integrated both worlds seamlessly. Career: Princeton, Harvard Law, First Lady, attorney, author, speaker, producer. The woman has never stopped building. And here's the part that matters the most. When she stopped being the first lady, she just didn't retire. She pivoted. She wrote Becoming. She launched a podcast. She produced documentaries. And she keeps going. And lastly, the woman herself. This is the one I need you to see. Michelle Obama understood something most women in power tend to forget. That style is not a distraction from substance. It's a delivery system for substance. She showed up in Jason Wu, in Versace, in pieces that always said, I am here intentionally and unapologetically. I did not forget that I am a Black woman while running the world. She showed up in braids. She was intentional about it. She owned her arms. That sparked a whole national conversation. She chose colors that not just made her skin glow, but that announced her presence. She understood that when you look like you belong and own the room, people stop questioning your presence. She gave herself permission to be all 4 women at once, not in a sequence. She didn't wait until her kids grew up. She did that simultaneously. And what I want you to take home from her story today is not the White House, not the power, not the degrees, not the bestseller titles. She never starved the woman herself to feed motherhood, first lady, wife, or career. That woman herself is the very foundation of all other 3 buckets. So give yourself a chance, girl. So reclaim your edge not by choosing between your buckets, but by refusing to let any of them run dry. Let me know in the comments below which bucket you have been starving. And what's the one thing you're going to start doing this week to fill it up? I would be reading every single word. Thank you all for tuning in today's episode of Elevate with Mama Kesh. If today's episode struck a nerve, please go ahead and share with family and friends, sisters and aunties. And if you're struggling to understand how to balance out all 4 buckets while staying true to yourself, comment bucket below. We should get on a one-on-one session and understand how to navigate that. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time,